my girlfriend, and I had just moved into our dream home. It was everything we had hoped for, cozy, peaceful, and perfect for starting our life together. We even brought our rescue cat, Bella, with us. For a moment, everything felt ideal. The only strange thing was a house to our right. It looked abandoned. Renovations had clearly started but were never finished. The fence between our back garden and the neighbors had been removed and never replaced, leaving both yards completely open. Behind that abandoned house was another property where several young men lived. We occasionally saw them cutting through the unfinished yard to reach the street. At first, we didn't think much of it, until the first night. We were sitting in our garden, enjoying the quiet, when we noticed a man staring at us from a dark window in the house behind ours. He wasn't hiding. He wasn't pretending not to look. He just stood there, expressionless, watching us for over 30 minutes. We went inside, feeling uneasy. A few days later, while sitting in the garden at night, we heard movement at the broken fence. 3 men appeared, just standing there, staring at us. One of them held a large bag and casually offered us stolen washing tablets. They acted like they had every right to enter our garden. After that, it escalated. They kept coming into our yard. They behaved in ways that felt deliberately intimidating. As 2 young women, we couldn't ignore the possibility that they were targeting us. Then police showed up one day and entered the abandoned house. Later, they informed us that the men living behind it had been evicted for antisocial behavior. We felt relieved, but that relief didn't last. One evening, while I was in the bath, my girlfriend saw a man pointing at our bedroom window. When she noticed him, he sprinted toward our house and tried our door handle before running back and breaking into the abandoned house. Then came the whistling at 2:16 a.m., the tapping on our window. Our Ring doorbell was removed and placed on the ground. The SD card was stolen. The police warned us the camera removal could mean someone was planning something. Weeks later, we saw a masked man outside our home. He stood in front of our garden with his arms spread wide like he was imitating Jesus on the cross, staring directly at our bedroom window. He stayed for 30 minutes. Police said staring wasn't illegal. Then one night at 2:52 a.m., 2 masked men appeared again, shining flashlights into our windows. One held what looked like a crowbar. We were terrified. They never broke in, but the harassment never stopped. He still stands outside sometimes, staring up at us. We record everything now, but we still feel powerless. Let me start by saying this. I am not crazy. 3 months ago, I ended my relationship with my ex, Caleb. He wasn't violent, but he was deeply controlling in subtle, calculated ways. After the breakup, I changed my number, deleted social media, and moved apartments. Then strange things began happening. A barista greeted me with, "Good morning, sunshine." That was Caleb's nickname for me, one he used sarcastically. A rideshare driver asked, "Ever figure out where you're running from?" Caleb once said that exact sentence. Strangers began repeating phrases only he used. "You don't get to just disappear. Still wearing your hair like that. You always like this song." Different faces. Same expressions in their eyes. I thought I was losing my mind. I contacted Caleb's sister. She told me he was in rehab. No phone, no contact. She even posted a photo confirming it. But the encounters continued. One night, a man sitting across from my apartment said, "Cold out tonight. Sunshine?" The next morning, I found my doormat flipped over. Written underneath, "You can change your face too if you want, but I'll still recognize you." I fled to a hotel. At 2 a.m., a woman knocked on my door. When I looked through the peephole, she stood there expressionless. The hotel later told me my floor was completely vacant. That's when I realized this wasn't random. Caleb once talked about an online forum where people shared tactics. What if he hired people? What if he paid strangers to repeat his words, to psychologically haunt me? It wasn't traditional stalking. It was psychological graffiti. I moved again, dyed my hair, disappeared. Last week, a woman walked past me and said, "Still hiding behind books? Sunshine." She didn't even look at me. I don't think this will ever stop, and the paranoia is slowly destroying me. Story 3, The Man Behind the Garage. My family never travels, so when my aunt suggested a trip to one of Michigan's Great Lakes, everyone was shocked. 18 of us rented a large Airbnb on the beach. The main house was beautiful, but some of us had to sleep in a separate 2-story garage behind it. The garage was dirty, outdated, and unsettling. Mold smell, stained sheets, weak door latch. Late at night, while washing bedding downstairs, I felt something was wrong. A deep, instinctual dread. Around 3 a.m., a massive bang hit the garage door. Then another. The entire structure shook. At 4:11 a.m., we texted my aunt. My uncle ran outside to investigate. He later told us there was a man standing behind the garage, not hiding, just staring. When my uncle shouted, the man didn't run. He simply walked away and disappeared. No crunching leaves, no footsteps, no sound. Inside, my cousins found 2 Jester playing cards, one in the main house, one in the garage. The one in the garage looked twisted and demonic. That night, someone tried to open the basement door while my brothers slept inside. We left the next day. The host said she'd review camera footage above the garage. We never heard back. Was it a neighbor trying to scare us? Was it something else? All I know is this. Someone was there, and they wanted us to know it.